to Giving Up the Ghost with Jas and Sher.
Hello, how are you?
The things you do with recording when people aren't listening.
Oh, hell yeah.
Anyway, we've been just having a nice chatty and gossiping on each other's lives. And it's fun. It's really good. So today, thank you for joining us. This is now episode 6.
Holy cow. Did you survive your week?
I did, barely. I did. I had a bit of an earache on Friday. I called in sick, but it happens.
Headache, full moon fever.
So this is our game plan. I had a wonderful interview with Joel Walling, who is the producer of NPN Night Stalker Podcast Network.
Absolutely.
He has taken us under his wing.
Thanks, Joel.
And Joel, honestly, we don't drink as much as you think we do. We're just fun-loving girls.
Absolutely.
That's where we are. Okay, but today we did have a little tequila.
Yeah, we did. Oops. Accents.
What do you call it? You talkie juice? What did you call it?
My talk juice. Keeps my lips flapping.
You know, it just brings us out of our shell just
That's
that
right.
much more.
Yeah, that much more like we need it. No.
And plus, I am going out tonight to go see my friend Justin Aaron and Dirty Pool at Le Garage.
Le Garage?
Le Garage
C'est
on Provence
français.
Boulevard. Should be a good time. Actually, I try and help Justin with some of on the side. Like I'm a non-paid agent or non-paid. I'm trying to help him find gigs. He's an awesome performer, and honestly, I could say that he invokes the spirit of Stevie Ray Vaughan. He is that good.
Cool.
I am not shitting you. He's had 2 recordings out. Please check out his website at www.justinaaronanddirtypool.com.
Dirty Pool.
Which I helped put together. But, you know, like that's whatever. No shameless plug there. But yeah, so a few cocktails here and there to help me get to the evening. And
Absolutely.
We're doing our last podcast. And
Yay.
Saturday night is all right for
Saturday
podcasting.
is all right for pods.
Again, this is Giving Up the Ghost.
We are the pod squad of 2, right?
Excellent. I like that. What was it? 2 in a pod
2 peas
squad?
in a pod squad.
Excellent. I am Jas.
I'm Sher.
And here we are. If you wish to collaborate, give us info, tell us something freaky that's happened to you. No
Just
judgment.
Share with us.
Share with us.
Mm-hmm.
We are located at Giving Up the Ghost Podcast
At gmail.com.
at gmail.com. We are also on Facebook.
Yep.
Ta-da!
Ta-da. Give Up the Ghost Facebook. Give Up the Ghost Twitter.
My favorite
Tweet
addiction.
us.
Tweet us.
Twitter us.
And we are here for you. And today, episode number 6, we would like... Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to discuss Burton Cummings Theatre.
Awesome.
I've actually had some experiences there.
Awesome.
I've been touched by a ghost there.
Ooh.
Very creepy. Very cool, though.
Creepy cool.
It is creepy cool, which I also describe in my book called Creepy Me. But aside from that, I do want to mention in upcoming episodes, we want to reach out to you guys, to people in the community that are well known more than us. We're audio curators. We know everything about nothing about everything.
Absolutely. We just discover. Search.
We just want to find out what you guys want to know. And in saying that, our goal would be in later episodes to have guests on who've actually experienced things on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm. People that work there.
People that work.
Absolutely.
People that conduct the ghost tours, which we'll be in contact with.
Super cool. Like
Super
to go on
cool.
a few.
Hint, hint.
Hint.
One lady that I plan on getting on in future episodes is Margaret Kentner. She is the proprietor and owner of the Grand Bazaar in Stonewall, Manitoba. She previously, to her credit, had opened and owned a Touch of Class on Academy, I believe. After that, she then opened, built, and developed the business called Medicine Rock Cafe in St. Francis Xavier. And She developed the bar, Ghost Horse Saloon in the basement for a while. And then she purchased, I shit you not, she's amazing.
Awesome.
She developed the nunnery across the road in St. Francis Xavier. Super haunted, like so freaking haunted. I have chills down my spine from when I've been in there myself. She basically ran the complex, the nunnery. She purchased it. She ran the restaurant, and then she rented out rooms as shops and stores for people. There was a gallery on the 3rd floor and such. And then once she built up that business, she developed and built the Tin Lizzie Car Museum.
Cool.
In the back of that. Yeah.
Yes.
But that wasn't like a standing building. She had erected that one. The nunnery was obviously there since the 1800s.
Right.
And then now she also was a director, a curator of sorts with the Dalton Art Museum.
That's crazy.
For a while, and
what
the
a
gift
busy
store.
woman.
Very busy.
Holy
Very
cow.
lovely lady. She's my mother-in-law, actually.
Cool.
No name dropping there
No,
whatsoever. Anyway, she's so cool. So I'll be having a chat with her tomorrow and seeing if we can get her on to conduct some interviews. She's got some really cool story of some really creepy stuff happening.
That'll be super cool.
In those places.
I'm excited.
But right now she is the owner of the Grand Bazaar gift store in Stonewall, Manitoba.
Super cool.
Super cool. Which I hope to connect her with Sherry, because Sherry has got some very cool, very talented artwork, and she is located at Chic Antique at facebook.com.
Thank you so much.
Anyway, so today, now that we got all the love out of the way.
Yeah, we got all the love and hugs out of the way. Yeah, thanks, Karma
Share
peoples.
the love.
Yeah.
We got that all the way. Winnipeg, Manitoba, the most wonderful city in the dead center of the universe, in my mind.
Absolutely.
Born, raised, and proud.
Smack dab in the middle. Here we are.
We want to bring stuff to you that you may know or may not know. Tonight we want to discuss Burton Cummings Theatre.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Burton...
Excellent place.
I don't know if the mic's picking me up well enough. Last time I found I was yelling and I used the word basically. I have a red... What is that over there?
That is a no
sign.
basically sign.
Yeah, I got like an X through a...
Yeah, basically no.
Basically no. Do not use the word basically. 23 effing times. 25. How embarrassing is that? I am my worst critic.
Oh, aren't we all though?
We all are.
I know. But hey, life is good.
So basically... I'm killing myself here.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Tonight is sponsored by 1910 tequila, coconut flavored. The choice of most Winnipeg alcoholics.
Oh my god. That was funny. I'm so sorry. I just about blew along on that one.
Oh my god, I'm dripping wine all over my notes here.
Oh.
All right. Sherry was wonderful enough to share her last research with the Lower Fort Garry.
It was awesome. No, super interesting stuff. Honestly, I really enjoyed that kind of stuff. But
now we determined what we would like to do because we want to do remotes. The next two shows, if things work out, not only is the interview with Margaret going to happen.
Oh, that'd be so cool. I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Not only is the interview going to happen, she's on a trade show in Toronto in the next week or two. From date of this podcast. Excellent. Shall I trademark that name?
Absolutely.
So we do this for our own fun. We don't care if you like us.
Oh yeah, no.
I don't care. We're having fun. We're
either
eating.
love us or
we're
you
drinking.
hate us.
Yeah, it's all good. Feel the love. But another thing that we want to do, we want to search out, feel our roots. We want to go to Sherry's house. Mm-hmm. It was a little...
I had a little spooky things going on there.
Some spooky stuff was happening. It was quiet for a while, but now it's starting up again.
I know. I don't know why.
So we're going to do...
I don't know why. I think it's because I have company.
I think so.
Yeah,
It doesn't like your company?
No, I don't think
Maybe
so.
it doesn't like your company, or it's not too sure about your company.
I don't think it's sure about my company.
Yeah.
My company kind of is not like it's a threat.
Not that it's sketchy or anything.
No, not at all. Just a disturbance.
Not normal, right?
No, exactly. Yeah.
It's watching for you.
My poor cat is like so freaked. She's totally freaked.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
badly.
you gotta go by the cat vibe.
I know. I do buy the cat vibe a lot, and she's like running around everywhere.
Really?
Yeah. She's not happy at all.
So I think to do it justice, we're gonna go. We're gonna do the next podcast live from Sherry's house.
Oh, cool.
And when I say live, I say episode 7, lucky number 7.
Yeah. Oh,
fist bump.
Jinx.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And then after that, episode number 8, if everything goes right, one of my coworkers at my daytime life, Teresa, has kindly offered us her house in the West Kildonan area, built in 1910, 1907.
Holy shit!
I shit you not. Yes. Things have been a little weird there over the years. Actually, when her and her daughter lived there by themselves, and I'm not outing them by any means, she acquired a new boyfriend, a live-in boyfriend a few years ago. Things got a little funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disturbance, right?
That's right.
I know, yeah.
Didn't like that.
Sometimes there's disturbance. It's just not right. I
and
know.
then things calmed down. She's got pets. She's got a cat or two. She works heavily with the rescue agencies here in Winnipeg. She's a wonderful girl. Loves pets to death. Probably more than humans, don't we all?
Just so much easier to deal with. Yeah, I know.
That's right. So, in saying that, apparently last summer she had her ducks cleaned, and the guy remarked, "You've never had these ducks cleaned, have you?" And she's lived there like 10 or so years. She never has. So I don't think, well, like really, like, you know, not to sound like super snobbish or anything, but you know, it's a thing of nowadays. Nobody really got their ducks cleaned back in the days.
Oh God, never.
Ever. No. So as soon as she got her ducks cleaned, they found a lot of weird shit in the ducks.
No shit,
in her house. Yeah, just a tiny little
house. I would like
that...
someone to clean my ducks and suck out money.
Oh, fabulous.
Oh, look, there's 20 grand hiding in there. Oh, who knew?
With your luck, could be a skeleton.
Yeah, probably. Like, shit.
But anyway, so apparently the 411 on this was as soon as her ducks were cleaned last summer. Weird shit happened again.
Oh, really?
Because you know how they say when people live in older homes and they make renovations and stuff?
Yeah, they don't like that.
I know. They don't like that.
No, I know. Yeah. I don't know. It's just moving crap around, eh?
That's right. That's what it is. So hopefully, if all goes well, PTL or whatever you believe in, PTS, whatever, we will hopefully broadcast from Teresa's house because she was gracious enough to offer that to us.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you, Teresa. You're fabulous.
Yes, absolutely.
And you'll be listening. I know you will because you love me. I know you love me.
You don't love me yet, but you will.
I'll make you love me. Anyway. Oh, this is getting weird. So anyway, on to the Burton Cummings Theatre. I shall talk in a British accent for the rest of the show. Pip pip cheerio, all that good jazz.
UK people are awesome.
UK people love UK people. Love UK people.
I love them, yes.
Oh, yes. So basically, originally known as the Walker Theatre, the Burton Cummings Theatre for Performing Arts, which is known as the Burt.
The Burt.
It was constructed in 1906 to 1907.
Wow.
The theatre.
Pretty damn old.
Oh shit! No kidding.
Yeah.
The theatre was built for a new style of professional level entertainment. It brought the operas, Broadway style shows, and ballets to Winnipeg. Now this is all, like, I can't credit this to myself because I'm only so smart. And I only have so much time on my hands, really. But a lot of this was researched from the Manitoba Historical Society website.
They're
love
awesome.
These people.
They're great.
I would love to get in touch with these people and have them on our podcast, future podcasts, in interviews.
I have relatives in the Manitoba Historical.
Do you?
I do, yeah.
Bring them, baby.
They're dead.
Bring them, because we're all about giving up the ghost, man.
I know, yeah.
Jeez. No. We should, like, use our, what do we call this again?
The magnetic ball of fortune.
Because we don't do Ouija boards here. I've had some bad experiences.
No, I would totally do a Ouija board.
As detailed in my Creepy Me biography. Shameless plug. Cha-ching. All right. So basically, as per the Manitoba Historical Society website, when I was going to say basically, had to stop that. The early 1900s, it was an era when live theater was the prime form of entertainment in Winnipeg, because, you know, people are so impoverished. Not everybody could afford to go to movies, and live theater was the thing. It was at a time when you could pay 35 cents and you could actually see an 8-act vaudeville show. Now, the 8-act vaudeville show, I'm pronouncing pretty good, considering I've had like almost
vaudeville is not exactly an easy word to say.
No, that's a bad word. So basically, the 8-act vaudeville show would include a silent movie, a silent skit, a novelty act, a song and dance routine, a comedy act, an animal act, and also a recreation of some newsworthy event like the sinking of the Titanic.
Awesome.
Who can make like a joke about that? Like, I can't see it being so serious. Like, that bringing the crowd down.
But yeah, you know they did though.
I know. So basically, it was an era when all the greats toured, and they appeared live city to city. So they would go on a tour. Again, it was a time when the vaudeville circus flourished. Now, Winnipeg was considered the center of it all, and probably it was the most important theatrical city in North America. Now, you would wonder why. Okay. But basically, how it worked out, it was all like a geographically placed city.
Oh, for sure.
It was the heart of the continent.
We are the heart of the continent. Still are.
The great vaudeville circuits of North America, they were divided into 2 distinct groups. Now, this is where, like, I'm basically talking right now about our historical aspect of the Walker / Burton Theatre came in. So basically, again, it was divided. The vaudeville circuit was divided of North America into 2 distinct groups, and those who operated east of Mississippi River and those who operated west of the Mississippi River.
Yeah, it's funny, Mississippi, eh?
It is. Pretty cool. It dictated everything.
That is pretty cool, yeah.
So basically,
basically, what?
I used basically again.
Oh, fuck's
Damn
that.
Shit balls. The Keith, Schubert, and Lowe theater chains dominated the east, while the Orpheum, Radio, and Pantages chains dominated the west.
Cool.
Alexander Pantages, who was the builder of Winnipeg's Pantages Playhouse Theatre in 1914, is quoted as saying, "All my acts originated in Winnipeg and moved around the circuit. If an act died in Winnipeg, it didn't go on the road." That is how influential Winnipeg was.
Absolutely.
With the vaudeville circuit.
Isn't that cool?
It is very cool.
Super
very impressive, cool. Very proud. Like, very proud.
And
you know?
Yeah, we are.
We are
awesome.
The majority of the vaudeville acts would make the transition from circuits of the eastern western states of the west at Minneapolis, take to Burlington, northern into Winnipeg to play the big time. Fuck, I love history.
I know, it's so cool.
I put that in my notes because I do.
I know.
I'm such a geek. So now great acts have played our fair city, and long before they became famous, for example, you may notice some of these names based on movies. Okay,
yeah.
But prior to that, there was like Tracy Spencer. I believe he was hooked up with what's her name, Hepburn. Katharine Hepburn, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Tracy Spencer, he had a bit part in a play called Right is Right at the Pantages, and that was back on January 19th. Oh my god, today is January 19th.
Holy shit, it is too.
Holy shit balls, as we're taping.
Holy crap.
20th and 21st. Oh, that reminds me. My great aunt Stella turns 87 today. I best give her a call. Anyway.
Oh, holy crap.
Shit happens. That was 1924, and then she was born in like 31, so.
Oh, cool.
Coincidentally. Stan Laurel and Hardy, he played the Pantages several years before he teamed with Oliver Hardy.
Cool.
And also Buster Keaton appeared 3 times on the Pantages circuit with his mother and his father, billed as the Fabulous Keatons in 1916, 1917, and 1919.
Wow.
Amazing.
Rock here in Winnipeg.
Amazing. What,
amazing
history. Like you young millennials.
Millennials. The millennials.
They have no understanding of how important our city is.
No. Actually, there's probably many adults that have no understanding.
I am so excited. When I did my research for this next part, I ran out into the living room like, oh my god, did you know this? And my husband was like, yeah, I heard that. Oh my god, burst my bubble. So this is so cool. Okay,
I'm ready.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Are you sitting down?
Yep.
Are you sitting on my daughter's borrowed chair that I have to pay
I probably should be on a pillow because I'm like 5'3".
I know. No. I got to pay my $1.50 to rent her chair.
That's right, yeah. There
what
we go.
the hell? Anyway. Better yet, some of the great stories of theater today had their origins in Winnipeg. Mr. Bob Hope, in his autobiography, My Love Affair with Golf, he acknowledged that he learned to play golf in Winnipeg.
On what course?
I don't care. I don't know. Don't bust my chops, man.
I'm just so curious.
I know. But he learned to play golf in Winnipeg while appearing at the Walker Theatre with a juggling act called the Diamond Brothers. Cool. I am fucking geeking out. Love Bob Hope.
That's
oh my god,
cool.
I was so born in the wrong era. I remember watching him. He would come on, like they would show when he went and he toured for all the army. The US
I know.
Army,
yeah, I know.
Right? And he would do his stage shows.
Yeah.
Swinging the golf club.
Yeah.
That's because of fucking Winnipeg people. How
there
awesome. How proud do you not have to be to appreciate
super
that?
Cool.
Love Bob Hope.
Oh, I know.
So even while he was on the David Letterman show, again, love David Letterman.
Yeah.
About a few years back before David Letterman closed his show off, he went into great detail about his contact with golf in Winnipeg.
That's so awesome.
Amazing, right?
That really is awesome.
I'm just so...
We touch a lot of people here in Winnipeg. And not that way.
Right. Spiritually, we touch a lot of people.
No.
Wait, sip time.
Yeah, sip. Okay.
Excellent.
Mm.
Okay,
that is
so
really cool, though. Super cool.
Another famous theatrical story tells about Groucho Marx and how he ran into Charlie Chaplin. And that took place in Winnipeg as well. Basically, the Marx brothers were traveling from Minneapolis to Edmonton, and they were changing circuits. They had a stopover in Winnipeg, about 3 hours, and Groucho got off the train at the CN station on Main Street, which I pass every day.
Yeah, still there.
And then he walked up Main Street to the Empress Theatre, which obviously doesn't exist any longer. And he's quoted as saying, "I've never heard an audience laugh so forcefully in my life." I'm not sure if that's good or not, but
yeah.
Groucho, when I say forcefully, I don't know. The connotations don't bring any favors here.
Yeah, I know.
So Groucho went into there for the first time, and he saw Charlie Chaplin.
That's so cool.
Groucho went back after the stage show, and then he introduced himself to Charlie. And the following year, in 1922, they toured North America together on the same bill.
That's super cool.
Amazing.
Awesome.
History.
History is really cool.
Like, in future episodes, I want to discuss, because I'm so proud of our town, and not just the historical part, and just the creepy history we have, and just the tie-in with everything. Future episodes, I wanted to throw at you how significant we are on the whole, like, people that were born here, or like Lauren
scale.
Green, and the Guess Who, and Crash Test Dummies. Well, I guess I can't talk about that in the future, because I kind of blew it right there.
Oh, no.
But I mean, we kind of want to dabble in that and just tell everybody how proud we are because of everybody that's made strides in connecting us with the world. That's what I'm saying.
We are a part of the world big time.
So in saying that, coming back full circle, back in the day on the Vaudeville circuit,
yep.
And when it seemed to count, Winnipeg saw it all. Like, we had it here. Like, we were the center of the continent. Some of these names I don't recognize when I did my research, but a lot I do. There was a gentleman named George Jassel Jolson, which I believe did the blackface, so I remember hearing that name.
Yeah.
Will Rogers, he had the horse show, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Paul Robson, I don't recognize. Lawrence Olivier, which is like
Lawrence
big
Olivier.
Time. Yeah. Sophie Tucker, I don't. When I hear Sophie Tucker, I think of that chick from. What's the Dragon Show?
Oh, I know what you mean.
That's what I think of.
The Dragon Show, which is...
I'm waiting for that to come back. I can't remember.
You know what? It'll come to you as you think.
Later, I'll just burst.
Yeah, it'll just
I'll wake
burst
up at 2 in the morning and I'll shout it.
I know.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Harry Houdini. Actually, interestingly enough,
you wouldn't think Harry Houdini. I don't know why.
Do you know Harry Houdini, who just glorifies him and just what's his name? The other the other guy. I should really write this down. Oh, I have so many friends in conjunction with him. The other escape artist.
Oh, the guy locally guy?
Yeah.
The guy that escapes out of the
boxes?
boxes?
Vegas, yeah.
Oh.
I'll come back to him.
Yeah, well, anyway. I know what you mean, though, I think.
He's
young, though.
He is, Dean Gunnarsson.
Yeah, but he's not
that young.
Well, but he's
I would like to think we're young. I feel like I'm 19.
I'm young at heart.
I'm 19 with a few more debts and responsibilities.
And a few more arthritis spots.
I'll leave. Today's episode is brought to you by Leave.
But
like, I know Dean Gunnarsson. I have a few mutual friends from him in North Kildonan area. In fact, one of my buddy Randy, growing up, actually sold him one of the balls, like the cannonball things with the chain and stuff that he used in his axe. Yeah,
right on.
So anyway, he emulized.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Harry Houdini.
That's
Harry
super
Houdini
cool.
had come here.
Yeah.
As we alluded last time too, right? Because there was a connection between him and Hamilton House.
Yeah, the Houdini thing.
Because he was totally infatuated with the afterlife and stuff.
Absolutely, yeah.
Jimmy Durante, which I've heard of him before.
Jimmy Durante.
Yeah, him, that dude. Jack Benny, Bob Hope, like we mentioned.
Benny.
Burns and Allen, like George Burns, right?
Cool.
And Burns and Allen. Allen was his wife. I can't remember the first name. Buster Keaton, and there were so many more. All the greats played Winnipeg. So basically, of the great vaudeville theaters of the early 1900s, there's only actually 3 dramatic theaters left. So that includes the Pantages Playhouse, the Odeon, which is now currently the Burton Cummings Theatre, named after Burton Cummings of the Guess Who.
Absolutely.
And formerly the
Sorry, I was just doing the devil finger.
Formerly of the Walker, home of the biggest names of the day, and the Metropolitan Theatre.
Yeah.
Which has been renovated. And I've been in there since then. I went there for a work function. It's so beautiful in there. Oh my God. Like, again, the when I was on the Night Stalker, Paranormal Night Stalker podcast, interviewing with Joel this week, I relented a story about the Davenport Museum. And I was overcome with a really warm, welcoming feeling being in the Davenport Museum basement in the house. Just a really warm, inviting feeling. I felt the same, even though I was only in there for a couple hours. I felt the same with Metropolitan Theatre after they've renovated. I think, okay, this is my own personal disclaimer feeling. I think when people go into these old historical buildings and they renovate, if they renovate with good intentions to
totally understand it,
put it back into its old glory. Yeah. I think the spirits are okay with that. Yeah. And there's like an overwhelming feel that it's okay.
It's renewed. It's come to life. People are welcome again, sort of thing, right?
Right. Because it's restoring it to what the time is of what they know. But then when people renovate things to make strange
because they don't like it and they want to get rid of it. Yeah, right? I know. Yeah,
I think that's when
screws the whole shit
spirits react. Yeah, that's how I feel. Don't fuck with my house.
Yeah,
get the fuck out. Oh,
like I'm sorry. Yeah.
There's the F-bombs again.
No, but I mean, think about it. If you were to pass and you felt like hanging around, which I hate.
No, I'm going on to the next life. No, I've had enough.
Are you? Oh hell, I'm gonna hang around.
Are you?
I'm gonna piss with people.
I want to be the Queen of Persia. Screw this noise.
I'm sorry. I want to go around. I'm going to piss around with people. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm a shit
disturber.
Let's be
ghost friends here.
I'm a shit disturber, though.
Let's be on ghost friends, and we're going to haunt the shit out of people that pissed us off.
Seriously.
Love that.
Wouldn't that be good?
I'm making my list now.
There we go.
Oh, sorry. That sounded very spiteful.
Yeah, I know. No, we're not spiteful. It's all in fun.
That's the wine talking.
Yeah.
Or tequila. What was it? 1910 tequila, coconut tequila? Oh, that's very choice. Thank you to my friend Joy who introduced me to that during the Royal, what was it? The River City Blues Society meetings.
Awesome anyway. Blues Society. Blues rock.
But again, we're checking out Justin, Aaron, and Dirty Pool tonight at Le Garage. There's my shameless plug.
I'm not. I'm going home.
So, Sherry. Damn it. So anyway, the city Winnipeg, just to further, we're talking about preserving the past. They are committed to the restoration and revitalization, and not only an historic structure, but a vital and important cog to the city's cultural artistic community, such as the Burton Cummings Theatre. They have done a lot to preserve it and to maintain it. The theatre was then also, from the Walker Theatre estate, was converted into the Odeon Cinema in 1945, and it served as the city's most popular single-screen movie theater for almost 50 years, up until just a few years ago.
I remember that totally.
Right? The logos? Yeah. Remember that weird logo on the side?
Yeah, I know. Wasn't that so cool? Yeah.
It was still visible. Like it
totally.
It kind of had like a circle of ghostly kind of apparition people, shadow people, looking at a theater with like a body.
It was so cool.
It looked like a Golden Globe statue or something.
It was so cool.
Okay, are you sitting down?
I'm sitting.
This is like confessional time. I have a really... Don't bounce up and down on my daughter's chair.
I'm sitting down. And make sure I'm sitting down really hard.
You want to hear something scary, Sherry?
Yes. Scary Sherry. That was my nickname. I hate that.
I do fondly remember it as the movie theater, the Odeon, where I seen the movie... Where's my sound effect button? I don't know if the right one's going to come up. I saw the movie Zapped with Scott Baio.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Nobody wants to talk about Scott Baio.
Scott Baio.
I'm sorry.
Who the hell is he? No.
Shit, I idolized him. Me and my two friends, Debbie and Shelley, we idolized Scott Baio. It was scary. So I went to the Odeon to see the movie Zapped with Scott Baio. Insert scream here is what I put, but I couldn't find my scream button, but that's okay. Now that is scary for a whole lot of reasons, and suddenly this went from paranormal podcast to a confessional. And now I need therapy, and so do you.
Yeah, I know. I always knew that.
All right. But I also remember seeing classics like Blade Runner, I even saw the Poltergeist movie there.
Shut up.
I went there twice. Yeah.
Did you really?
I did.
Cool.
I saw that at the Odeon. Not knowing it was haunted, because I probably wouldn't have gone.
See, the thing.
I
would
would
have
have
known before, right?
13 years old.
I know.
No, that's never good.
I know. If you would have known before, though.
Exactly. But in 1990, the theater was purchased by the nonprofit Walker Theatre Performing Arts Group, which was called WTPAG, and designated as a National Historic Site of Canada, as well as a Provincial Heritage Site. So the building's original architectural oh my god, features were restored, and it reopened as a venue for live performing in March 1991. And in 2002, it was renamed after the Winnipeg-born musician Burton Cummings.
That just seemed like that happened like yesterday,
Doesn't it?
2002. Holy
Wasn't that like 5 years ago?
crap nuts. That's
Shit.
like...
I know. I'm so old.
I know.
Drink to that. Cheers.
Cheers.
You know, I do remember going to a Battle of the Bands in 1991, and I actually told a joke on stage.
Oh, really?
And I choked on the punchline. But I was really pretty, so that's okay.
Oh, yeah. I was really pretty one time, too.
Shit
That's another
happens.
story.
Shit happens. In 2014, under a lease agreement from the WPTAG, True North Sports and Entertainment, they assumed the management of the Burton Cummings Theatre, providing programming services and entertainment expertise. So basically, it's about 1,579 seats.
And it's like
Of
right
the
in the
former-
heart of Winnipeg. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
yeah.
Actually, the Blues Festival, the Barbecue and Blues Festival, has happened there a couple times.
Oh, right there?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I mean, I have been to so many concerts there over the years since 1991. I would say probably 20. Like
See,
a
I
lot.
never really went to very many there. I went a lot, like, to the...
It's funny, when you go up to the third balcony, you can tell it was built like at the turn of the century because the seats are so small. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm getting to that. There's like something really creepy.
balcony.
There's something really
Yeah,
creepy there.
No.
Yeah, and I'm
That's
not
really
talking.
cool, though.
I'm not talking bubblegum on the floor, people. No, not at all.
No.
Basically, the True North set forth on a long-term project to refurbish and rejuvenate the theater, acquiring full ownership of the building from the WPTAG in 2016. So basically, the True North, they committed to continuing the programming and development of the Burton Cummings Theatre as part of an exciting new era of entertainment growth in Winnipeg. Now, this is as per the Manitoba Historical Society, so we
They're
appreciate
awesome.
their information.
Love them. Yep, love them.
So, basically, I use that word. I can use it once or twice, not 25 times though. However, let's try that word. There are some that decided to stay on in the afterlife because they love the Walker Theatre that much. And this is where we're alluding to, not just the historical aspect.
That's
here, people. That is why it's called Giving Up the Ghost. And do not forget that. The century-old Walker Theatre, aka the Burton Cummings Theatre, has ghosts whom workers have heard applauding from the theatre inside. The ghosts are also said to speak, whisper, and move 200-pound steel doors. According to some, the ghosts are former actors Lawrence Irving and Mabel Hackney, who passed away in 1914.
God, ages ago.
Now, how it goes down. Notable English acting couple Lawrence Irving and Mabel Hackney were in Winnipeg during their Australian/North American tour to perform 4 plays. They were infamous Londoners, and Lawrence was a dapper 42-year-old son of British actor Sir Henry Irving. He was also the first stage performer to be knighted in Britain. Am I talking like William Shatner?
No,
I feel like I'm trying to pronunciate.
I was talking like William Shatner before. No.
I
I was just thinking.
I can't get
sir.
through this.
It's like, how many sirs? That's... To be
No
knighted is a
kidding,
pretty prestigious thing.
It's a big thing. What are we at
Yeah.
for time?
I don't know. We're like at 2 hours. I don't know what
This
that
is a good one. This is a good one. I like this one.
Yeah.
So basically, after the run of this play, Lawrence and Mabel, they were embraced by the citizens of Winnipeg. But they had to return to England. And before Irving left the Grand Walker stage, he bid the audience farewell, saying, as reported by the Manitoba Free Press, not Winnipeg, but Manitoba Free Press, that he was departing with only the most delightful memories, and he vowed to return with a new stage work.
Aww.
At the time, the Walker was about 7 years old.
Cool.
The couple left Winnipeg by train for Quebec City, and they had booked passage home to London via Liverpool on the Corsican. But a friend, never take advice from friends. Like, seriously, man. Like, that's going to fuck you up for the rest of your life. Convince them, transfer to the larger Canadian Pacific sister ship called Empress of Ireland. Like 1914. When did Titanic go tits up?
Balls.
Like 1918?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So this was like a really bad time for
sea
travel.
Bad damn time.
So basically, the couple left Winnipeg by train for Quebec. And then they ended up taking the Empress of Ireland. But on May 29th, 1914, at 2 a.m., the Empress of Ireland was rammed by a Norwegian collider called Storstad.
The Norwegian thing hit the other thing?
It did, yeah. So it wasn't
Holy shit. What
was
the
odds?
Empress?
Like the Strait of St. Lawrence? Like, how small is that? Hello. That's going back to our horse thing.
Yeah. Okay, we're talking
come on.
Historic 1914.
Yes.
This is like
come on, people. This
there
ain't
is
the Pacific.
No radar.
This ain't the Atlantic.
I know.
Like, where the
That's
was
insane.
the ship people, like with their little lights and stuff.
I know.
Sorry, not to sound naive.
No, but holy crap, man.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so basically they were
How many people perished?
Oh, it was fog shrouded.
Oh, yeah, St. Lawrence, absolutely.
I hate fog. I got to get into another story sometime about the fog.
We'll talk about the fog.
Yeah, some later
fog.
Later episode.
Absolutely.
So basically, again, this was the St. Lawrence River off of Rimouski. So the disaster claimed 1,012 lives.
Holy crap!
Like, Google, see how many Titanic took. It was Canada's worst peacetime.
1912, April, early morning.
For what, Titanic?
Yep.
Oh.
How many lives?
So this is like around the same time. Have not these people not learned? Like, fuck.
She was carrying 892 crew members and 1,320 passengers. Don't know how many of them died, though. Yeah. Quick Googling anyway.
There's like 12.
Probably about the same amount of people.
Yeah.
Which is like weird.
Like, you think they would have done.
Holy
No, wasn't it later? I don't know. Anyway. Oh, I have a ghost story about the exhibit that came for the Titanic exhibit. I have a ghost story about that, the first-handed. Cool. Again, in my book called Creepy Me. Anyway.
Gratuitous. Yeah.
No. I'm here till Thursday, people. Try the veal. Anyway. So basically this accident on the St. Lawrence River, it was considered Winnipeg, Canada's worst peacetime maritime disaster. The toll included, unfortunately, Irving and Hackney. Lawrence Irving and Mabel Hackney, the most prominent passengers. There was reports and stuff, I won't get into that, about how somebody said that they had saw them go down together arm in arm. Yeah, whatever.
Oh, like the Titanic.
I kind of want to sing, like, what's her name's Titanic theme. My heart will carry on. Nobody wants to hear me sing. We're not here for that. So, hey, what did you take in Belleville? Did you take Mrs. Shannon's, or did you take an instrument? Did you take choral? I took choral. I can't remember.
I didn't take any kind of musical shit.
You didn't take shit? No.
I took all this other crap I didn't want to take.
I took all that other, like, I was actually a good singer at one point. We did, like, Oliver. We did, sidebar.
Yeah, total sidebar.
Oliver. I sang that. I sang Raindrops on Roses and Whispers on Kittens.
Really? What the hell was I doing?
I don't know. Where were you, man? You must have took an instrument. You had to
take
choral.
I didn't take any. No.
You must have been in choral then.
No, I took freaking shorthand.
Really?
Yes. Think I can remember any of that crap? Yeah. Dot, squirrely.
Man,
I know.
The Winnipeg school system.
Thank God for art after.
Art, Mr. McFarlane.
I love Mr. McFarlane.
Woo! We're in that class together for sure. Anyway. Okay, sorry about that.
Sidebar.
Sorry. We go back a long ways. What happened was, once they died, the Winnipeg theater goers were in shock. They were saddened by the deaths of the actors they had so loudly applauded the previous week during the performances of the 4 plays, Typhoon, The Unwritten Law, The Lily, and the first production of The Importance of Being Earnest, which was made into a movie, I believe. I remember seeing that. Yeah. Irving and Hackney were last seen... Oh, okay, I go into detail.
Oh, you're going to that one? Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, go for it.
This was like a whole 6 hours ago I put this together. Irving, who remembers like yesterday? Hello.
Yeah.
Irving and Hackney were last seen clasping each other's arms as the ship slipped beneath the waves. His body was found still clutching a fragment of his wife's nightdress in his hand. The 34-year-old Hackney was never found. perv.
Oh.
Hello, why were you... Why?
Oh.
I don't know. It's just kind of weird. To commemorate their deaths, a shiny copper plate installed in the lobby of the 1636 seat Walker in 1915. How did that change? I just reported it was like 15...
Something?
Yeah. What did they do? Sit on people's lap for like a $50 cent charge?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, they probably would have at that point.
Isn't that considered the gentleman's club? Hello, what's going on there? But as many a theater goer can attest to, Irving and Hackney apparently kept their promise to return in spirit form. And they have been seen in the Smith Street Theater where they last performed together. The Walker / Burton Cummings Theatre, like many old theaters, report nocturnal activity as spooky whisperings, clapping, and ghostly sightings. There was an article in the Winnipeg Free Press by the technician at the time, and his name was Jackson. Now, if anybody knows Jackson, we would love to bring him on our show and talk more about his experiences.
Hey, Jackson, where are you?
Because he seemed to give it to the Winnipeg Free Press, and
we'll take it.
We just want to explore what you saw and what happened on. So basically, he worked there. Shit, man. Anyway, he was there for about 25 years or so, and he was usually the first person in the building, and then the last one out of the building, of course.
Cool. Well, yeah.
Apparently, he had reported that he had seen and heard some unexplainable things happening in the theaters on a regular basis. He counted himself as a ghost disbeliever until a night from the time the article was printed about 13 years ago, when he and his sound technician were about to have a beer before closing. He recanted, "Hello, we have free wine for you, Jackson.
Jackson, come on, Jackson.
Beer, wine, tequila.
Yeah,
it's all good. It's all good.
Come on, share.
It's all good in the hood." So basically, him and his hound, they were having the beer. They were closing up. He recanted that he had seen what looked like a stocky woman in a black dress rise down stage left. She seemed to come up from the floor and then disappeared. It was only a second or two. There was no wave. There was no hello. There was nothing.
Oh, just a...
Yeah, exactly. It was seen by himself and the co-worker, who had seen the apparition as well. And then after they booked it out, stage left.
Booked it out. Stage
out of here.
Left. Yeah,
that's right. I guess they had remembered Lawrence and Mabel, and then they checked the tribute plaque outside in the hallway, assuming it was her. And he would later refer to any incidents or any noises or any interactions or noises. He would refer to it as Mabel. Any strange occurrences that he could not explain for. Yeah.
Oh, that's just Mabel.
I'm sorry if I sound a little drunk.
No, but that's what he said. It's just Mabel.
It's just Mabel. Yeah. She's just here checking it out.
Well, that's cool. Then he was happy with it then. That's right. No? Right?
To appease the spirits, such as Lawrence and Mabel, a single bulb on the 4th story fly gallery level illuminates the stage. However, most theaters leave a ghost light on the stage, which is usually with respects to the whole, allowing the ghosts to perform, to act when the theaters are closed to mortals. Just like other superstitions of saying, like you don't say Macbeth. Have you ever heard about that, right? No, theaters and stuff, they have this ongoing thing where you don't say Macbeth in live theaters because it's bad luck.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So basically, Jackson then made sure that he would leave the light on 24/7, and he refers to it, or he then referred, he's no longer employed there. He would refer to it as Mabel's ghost light.
Oh, that's cool.
So other experiences that have been seen or felt in the Walker / Burt by Jackson and others include side lights, like along the theater, that go on and off, an undeniable feeling of being watched, shadows moving in an otherwise empty building, doors that are supposed to be left open and are found closed with no explanation, the sound of somebody climbing the wooden stairs to the second balcony, which is also known as the Gods.
Yeah, the Gods. I was reading about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sound of doors shutting and alternately dressing room doors left open that should have been closed, seeing a hand on the railings of the empty theater, and then unworldly clapping, just randomly. So basically, the Gods are known as one of the spookiest places in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Performers have been rehearsing on stage alone or in small groups when they have heard applause coming from the Gods, as if it was an invisible crowd watching an unseen show. They built the theater with a second balcony to allow as many people as possible to see the shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like, capitalism, right?
Yeah.
Shove as many people
But
as you
didn't
can.
they allow like people with lower income to go there eventually or something?
They did, yeah. So basically the balcony became known as the Gods.
Mm-hmm.
So as you were sitting high up, you must be sitting in the Gods with them.
That's right.
Sitting with the Gods,
yeah.
Tickets to the Gods were only like 25 cents, so it allowed many people who otherwise could not afford theater.
Mm-hmm. Which is funny because nowadays it's totally opposite, right?
I know, right?
Yeah, I know. It's like
those are like the best.
Yeah,
seats.
I know. Like you don't get a balcony seat unless you're like totally loaded.
Exactly.
But it's kind of nice though, eh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson as well. Apparently, he had a friend's dog that came into the theater, and suddenly the dog went nuts. He tried to go into a room on the 4th floor, but when the door opened, nothing was found inside. Jackson, again, the technician, he would make sure that the best of it, and would allow that often, he would do like the one-side bantering, like, Mabel, is everything okay? Or he would ask her questions and stuff, and then he would, anytime he would hear noise that he couldn't quantify, he would ask, like, Mabel, did you do that? Or, just kind of like
a response.
I don't know. That's something I would do. Like,
totally.
I kind of justify things, right? Like,
yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mabel. Thanks for the
thank
song.
you. Yeah.
But as well, there were other guard dogs that were brought into the theater. They were normally like well behaved. When they were brought to other job sites, they would be very calm and trained and stuff. But then when they were brought into the Walker Theater, they would like lose it, and they would actually even refuse to enter certain rooms.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that is cool.
That wouldn't
really.
apply.
Yeah.
Another employee working by herself had gotten spooked because she felt that she wasn't alone, and she went bolting out of the first balcony and then burst out the front door swearing that she would not come back because the place was haunted. And apparently she didn't even come back to claim her paycheck. Hello.
You're scared if you don't come get your money.
No kidding. I have another tale of the legislative building here about that
without
too.
money collection?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But again, here, another possible explanation for the odd paranormal-esque experiences in the building could be because the former employee, there was another gentleman named Joe. So not just Irving and Lawrence and Mabel. There was another employee named Joe. So back in the day, the Walkers employed a fellow named Joe, and he did the tough job as a ticket seller at the front box office. A lot of people didn't want that.
Yeah, I read that. Yeah.
I wouldn't want that shit job
No,
either.
Joe,
I'm sorry.
poor Joe.
You can pay me enough.
No, I know.
But apparently Joe loved the theater, and he was also a regular favorite of the patrons, and the staff loved him, and he was a notable fixture at the Walker Theater. However, he was called to duty back in 1914 to serve in the First World War. He headed overseas. Now, Joe did survive. He returned back to Winnipeg, but was in poor health due to a German gas attack that he happened to be caught into, and soon after his homecoming he passed away. But it is said that he returned to the Walker Theater because the theater was his passion. A lot of this I had found, the information was documented by the Manitoba Historical Situation. Situation? It's a situation.
It is
society.
A situation. Yeah, no, they're awesome. They have so much information.
As well, Matthew Comas, he is a tour guide and a heritage consultant with many of Manitoba's heritage sites. He also operates Winnipeg Ghost Tour.
Cool.
He can be found at www.winnipegghostwalk.com. I strongly encourage anyone to go on these mind-widening and fascinating tours, and hopefully we can have Matthew on to discuss his adventures and experiences from his tours in the future.
Absolutely.
And that's where I'm at.
That's where you're at. That was awesome.
I really didn't have that much wine. Whatever.
It's lots of fun. Very cool. Very cool history. I can't believe it. We have, it's really surprising, like the grand scope of history that there is here. Like from nothing, because we're a country that has from nothing to massive European population to important people to everyone.
It's amazing what we have become in such a short volume of time.
Like really, in the scope of like the world, it's a very, 100, 200 years is nothing, right?
It's nothing on the scope, on the worldwide spectrum,
No.
for sure. One quote that I had found, and I love this quote, and I shared it with my dad earlier, who I hope to have on future shows. Mm-hmm. He would gladly share us
cool.
Some of the stories of the southeastern part
rural
of Manitoba,
stuff, yeah, absolutely.
which Sherry's family is from as well.
Absolutely, yes.
But, truly, spirits are just... I can't read this. You read that. Can't read my own handwriting now. Spirits are just
a new science humans haven't discovered yet.
Pretty much.
But it's pretty much true. We are energy. We're just all energy.
We're all energy. That's what it comes down to.
Our brains, our hearts, everything beats as one.
And again, we would like to close out because we're running really out of time here.
We talk a lot.
I know, we love to talk.
I love to talk. I love to talk.
Sorry.
That's okay. I love it.
But basically, we'll let you go for today. This is episode 6, focusing on noises outside my office. The Walker Theatre /ODN / the Burton Cummings Theatre, the BURT. We'd like to thank again Joel with NPM Night Stalker Podcast.
Thanks, Joel.
Network. Thanks, Joel and Michael.
Awesome.
We'd also like to have you contribute to our show.
Please email us.
Tell us what we don't know. Contribute. We want to learn. Knowledge is power.
Absolutely. Knowledge is awesome.
Please contact us at givinguptheghost@gmail.com or givinguptheghost@Facebook.
Or and tweet us. Twiddle us.
Don't diddle us. Saturday night's all right for podcast. givinguptheghost@twitter.com.
Absolutely. Thank you
and
so much.
And drive safe. Don't drink and drive.
Don't give up the ghost, people.
Or live life to...
Live every day like it's your last.
Live every day like it's your last, but never...
Ever.
Give
up the ghost.
Thank you. Take care. Love you.
Bye.